Hello and welcome to Mr. Walsh's first virtual back to school night. I never thought I'd be teaching virtually, but here I am in year six and I am teaching on Zoom. Tonight, you're going to learn a little bit about me, and I'm going to kind of walk you through all the important aspects of my virtual classroom. So, the first thing I'm going to do is share my screen, and you'll be able to see this is the Canvas page that your son, daughter, grandson, granddaughter all my students will be able to see. And I believe parents are able to see this as well. And I'm currently in student view so that you can see exactly what the student will be seeing. And this is Canvas. It's new to us. It's new to the students, but honestly, it's been really good so far. Much better than Power School, in my opinion, once you get the hang of it. Um, so this is AP Statistics, and you'll see this is our homepage. At the top, you'll see all of our announcements. I have a couple of announcements up here to my students. And then as you scroll down, you will see all of the modules. Um, and the first module is all the important aspects that you might need for this class. For example, about me. We'll start there. So who am I? I am Mr. Walsh. This is my sixth year teaching here at BHS. I've been here since 2015. I'm also one of the assistant boys soccer coaches, and I have been since 2015. So soccer was approved recently, so we started that up last week. I'm also a math team supervisor. So I'd always like to point out, if anyone is interested in math team, we do competitions, which are competitive. We also have some fun in our meetings. We have game nights. We have other things that aren't so competitive for people who are just interested in math. So if any of the students that I have or anyone that I know that are interested in math, they can, and want to be part of the math team, they can contact me, and I will be sure to point them in the right direction. Okay, this is my school email. Every student has been told that they are not allowed to email teachers with their personal email. They must use their district email. We as teachers are not allowed to respond to a student's personal email. Obviously, a parent, we can respond to a parent's personal email, but not a student. So if a student is looking to contact me, make sure they're using their princetonk12.org email. When you go back to this homepage, you will see a couple of things. The Zoom link, which is where everyone has been accessing my Zooms, is here. The office hours, this is an important part of my class, especially during virtual and eventually our hybrid model. All teachers are required to have office hours. So I have office hours. Office hours are just like in college. They're optional. The students can utilize them to get extra help, extra support, or if they just want to chat because, it's Tuesday afternoon and we're in a pandemic and they wanted to chat with someone. I'll be open to chat. Okay. And you'll see I have two sets of office hours. The first set is not during soccer season, and the second set is during soccer season. So the office hours that we're following right now are soccer season office hours, which will go until mid-November. And then once soccer ends, I'll be back to these office hours. So I have 2 hours of office hours each week. They are on Fridays, and they're 11:30 to 1:30 on the first Friday of the cycle, and 12:30 to 2:30 on the second Friday of the cycle. Our school day goes in 10-day cycles, day 1 through day 10, where day 5 and 10 are virtual Fridays for everyone, even when we go back to hybrid. Okay. The next thing I want to talk about is just my syllabus. I'm not going to sit here and read you my entire syllabus, but I want to talk about how virtual teaching and virtual learning happens in my classroom. There are 4 aspects to virtual teaching. Okay. There is the watch, the do, the confer, and the assess. Okay. Typically in my classroom, a student would come into my class, I would teach them during the period, and then at home they would do homework, and then they would come back the next day and we go over the homework, and then we kind of repeat that process. Virtual learning is a little different. I only see my kids for 2 hours a day, 2 hours a week. which means we have to think creatively about how we can get the content to the students and to confirm if they know they know the material. So typically for homework, instead of them doing problems, they'll be watching a video and reading the textbook or looking at the notes. Um, so things that you would usually do in class are now going to be done outside of the class, right? So usually you would listen to me teach. Instead, you're going to watch a video, usually 20 to 30 minutes, of me teaching a topic. The students will be required to take notes. There may be a discussion question that goes along with the lesson video. And this is called a flipped classroom. We are flipping what goes on in class and what goes on outside of class. Okay, so typically the homework will be to watch a lesson. Then a do section. This is where all of your activities, your practice problems, your mini quizzes, things like that will all be in the do section. And that happens in class. So I see them for 2 hours a week. You know, some classes is Monday, Wednesday, some classes is Tuesday, Thursday. But during those 2 hours in a week, we'll often put the students in breakout rooms and just work on different problems, different activities, and I can jump around from breakout room to breakout room to answer any questions, make sure everyone's on the right task, and they are encouraged to collaborate with their classmates in their breakout room. Then we have the confer or reflect. Conferring in my class could be a video presentation. It could be a one-on-one meeting. It could be a group meeting. It could happen when I jump from breakout room to breakout room, just confer to make sure the kids are on the right track. I also put reflect in the conferring part. It's important for the students to reflect on the work that they're doing. I will post answer keys to almost all of the activities that I give because I like students to look back and make sure that they're on the right track. And if they're not on the right track, that's what office hours are for, right? They can come to my office hours and just make sure that they can work out any kinks that they're having in their work. And then the last part is the assessment part. Okay, these can be discussion boards, chapter tests, mini quizzes, AP questions on College Board. They come in various forms, especially when we're teaching virtually. Assessments can come in many ways. They could be presentations. So that is the 4 steps to my virtual classroom: watch, do, confer, and assess. Okay, and so far, it's been going pretty well. We're now almost 2 weeks in the class. My students have been very active on my Zoom accounts. They've been completing their work. It's been great. This is all new and different for all of us, but it's been pretty smooth so far. And the last thing I want to talk about is my grading policy. The math department does have a new grading policy, and it follows those 4 steps: the watch, the do, the confer, and the assess. 10% of the grade will be the students watching the lessons, so interacting with the lessons, taking notes, participating on discussion boards about the lesson, maybe taking a mini quiz about the lesson just to confirm that they watched it. That will be 10% of the grade. Then the do section is 20% of the grade. All of the activities, the practice problems, exit slips, do nows, those will be 20% of the grade. The confer is 15% of the grade. So all of the group work, the interactions with me, the individual group meetings, the reflecting on your work and checking your answer keys, that's all part of the conferring. That's 15% of the grade. And 55% of the grade is assessments. You know, like I said, assessments can come in many different forms. And that's the breakdown of the grade for each quarter. Currently, we are still using PowerSchool for gradebook. We are not using the Canvas gradebook. So let's make sure you're looking at PowerSchool and not Canvas. At some point, we will sync them, but at this very moment, at the time that I'm making this video, we have not synced them yet. Okay. And those are really the important parts of my class and my Canvas. All right. It's definitely a strange year. It's strange for all of us. And my goal this year is just to make sure everyone's enjoying their class, enjoying the moments that they have in Zoom with me, outside of Zoom. It's been a rough 6 months for a lot of us. And I think along with making sure they learn the content and just making sure that everyone is having some fun each day. So I hope that I can do that this year. If you have any questions, you feel free to contact me at my email at ryanwalsh at princetonk12.org. Go ahead. You guys have access to my canvas. You guys can play around on my canvas page. And I hope to see you all soon at some point in the next few weeks or so. Okay. Bye-bye.